right. So I'm going to be. So I got waitlisted from the SAMS CMU summer program, and there's more information on the description about summer programs and general thumbs of rules that I noticed throughout my experience of applying to SAMS. Even though I didn't apply to that many, but in this video, you can just read the description for more stuff. In this video, I'm going to be basically comparing two essays. Right, I'm going to be comparing an essay that actually got accepted and an essay that got waitlisted. The essay that got waitlisted is me, right? Now, of course, I could still potentially get in. It's not confirmed that I got rejected, but I think the idea is that like even if you get waitlisted and then you get in, you didn't still like you weren't truly authentically a part of the top group, right? And so I want to really talk about why I think that is for my essay, right? Because my stats, my GPA, my SAT scores, they were good. Like I'm like your 99th percentile kid in those categories, right? I'm obviously not. I'm your 99th percentile kid, but in the 1% in that group of people, it's not like I'm like uh, top 10 right in the world, right? But I'm your 99th percentile type student, so I have like 15 something SAT, I have like a 4.7 GPA, that type of stuff, right? So my stats were definitely not the problem here. And that's what I think in most summer programs, right? Like, dude, you're applying to these people who probably are 5,000 miles away from you. They don't know who you are. Like, for all they could know, you could literally be a serial killer. Now, obviously, that's probably not true, but the idea is that they need to see what type of person you are through these essays. So, this is your only chance to convey who you are through the words, right? That's why being a good writer is so important because they obviously cannot meet individually with every person. They don't have a camera and they can't that recorded your life and they can't just go back and like go through that stuff, and so essays are I think they're probably the basis, right? Because I can guarantee you my stats helped me. I mean, if I didn't go test optional on this application, I think you can assume that I was pretty proud of my SAT score. I was pretty proud of my grades. I was pretty proud of my AP scores, right? I mean, I literally sent all fives. I mean, I only took three because I'm taking like more in junior, but my point is that it was definitely not my statistics that didn't get me in. I think it's the way that I approached the essay. And I think if I approach the essay in a better way, right? This is no excuses. The girl who got in, so the essay that I'm about to read is from a girl who got in. I already have her permission to read the essay. I already got her consent. Obviously, I would need that first, right? But the girl who got in, right? 100% deserves it. Her essay was great. And you'll notice that even in her essay, she's not using these fancy words. Fancy words are literally not needed. They are not needed. You don't need to. You don't need to look like some fancy scholar. I mean, I know it's called. I know this program is literally called SAM CMU Scholar, but you literally just need to have conversation with them. Like, I think you shouldn't. That should be secondary nature, right? Obviously, use good words, but like, don't say like "What's up, homie?" Like, and that's actually funny because I started one of my essays like that. But just literally be normal, right? Be like chill, like just like talk, right? Don't think about all those nuances like vocabulary, sentence structure. All the sentence structure actually can make it less choppy, but what I'm saying is just be normal, right? So definitely, I definitely do. I think I deserve to get in. I think I'm qualified. I don't think I deserve to get in because I think I could have had a much better essay. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna first read my own essay. And this is a very serious essay app, so this isn't a joke. I don't want anybody to make a joke about this because this is I guess sort of personal to me. This is something that I care a lot about. And this is not the only essay. There's another 1,000 word essay that we have to do, and maybe I'll go through that in the next video. But we're first going to talk about this essay because I did notice some noticeable differences between the waitlisted one and the accepted one that I thought were probably the reason why that essay was probably considered better, right? So let's read mine. Without further ado, stop yapping. In my early elementary years, I had always clung to math and science for the simple fact that it was something that my parents and friends valued around me, and thus it felt automatic that I should value it. I think this is a very generic introduction. It's not unique. I'll be honest. I'll concede that. This is literally like every other kid, but whatever. I think I do get a little bit nuanced later. However, it was not until my middle school that my true passion for STEM would completely break out of its shell. What initially felt like an obligation to uphold the standards of my family and friends truly turned into a passion that changed my life and gave me my own identity. One word, nucleus. That was the word that started it all. It was a regular day early in my sixth grade cafeteria. A group of kids had asked me, Figgy, what's the powerhouse of the cell? My uninformed mind had said with all the conviction in the world, the nucleus. Instantly, they all laughed at me, and by the end of the day, I felt that everyone in the world knew I was stupid. In the moment, I wish I could take it back or just answer it correctly, but little did I know that simple mistake. Um, and by the way, this is actually the prompt. I sort of messed up by not showing you the prompt. What do you hope to gain from participating in CMU's college programs? I'll put the prompt in the description. Um, and actually, I actually haven't addressed that. I don't. I think I need to get into it faster, but we'll talk about what I did wrong. Instantly, in the moment, I wish I could take it back or just answer it correctly, but little did I know that simple mistake opened up an entirely new world of STEM for me. I even made my email nucleus to sumu96 at gmail.com. Please do not spam me with emails. To always remind me of this incident. Initially, to fit in my peers and to feel validated, I told myself I would prove my worth by working hard in math and science. So I'm not actually I need to get into this faster, right? But I'm obviously not, right? So next year I decided to try out for Science Olympiad. From over 100 kids, I was somehow one of the 15 that made it. I would end up embarking on a 2-year journey with Science Olympiad with countless highs and lows, leading to even more STEM activities such as programming and math. But beyond my personal experiences with these activities, there is always one thing that's always stuck out to me: the lack of African Americans not doing not only Science Olympiad but STEM activities in general. And guys, I'm not trying to pull the black card here, but I think this is a very intrinsic part of my identity. Like I'm literally known as the black kid who does like nerdy or Asian type things in my school. Like that's pretty much how people perceive me. Oh, he's that one black kid, that one notorious non-Asian kid who does Asian things and has Asian friends. So I think that I have to talk about me being black. I mean, it's not just to get into, it's not even just try to make myself like an appealing candidate, but this is an intrinsic person. This is an intrinsic part of who I am, right? Um, that's my own identity. That's what makes me unique, right? So yeah, I don't want anyone to say, "Oh, why did you pull the race card?" I mean, this is sort of I have to, right? Basically, I always felt uncomfortable about this because I never saw a good reason why it should be like that. In my commitment to these activities, however, I learned that I had the power to pursue my interests independently of external expectations. Even with this power of independence, something still didn't feel right. It felt that I needed to further explore my identity by putting myself in an environment where I could see other underrepresented students just like me with similar aspirations. With this in mind, I started my search and came across Carnegie Mellon's pre-college programs. I don't want to just come out of these programs as a scientist, but as a person who is driven to have a profound influence on the people around them. It's more than just the science and the facts to me. It's about the people and passion behind their work. Okay, so before I talk about what I think about this essay, let's read the other one. This is the one that got in. That one got waitlisted. By being granted the I'm just going to read it with a neutral tone because I don't actually know what the person intended for this to be, but by being granted the opportunity to participate in one of CMU's pre-college programs, I hope to gain access to laboratories and technologies that will lead me to a deeper understanding of the field I want to go into. This can be done by being able to work with Professor Sean Blanton. He's a professor of electrical and computer engineering, the exact field that I want to major in. I've been interested in computer hardware ever since I was in middle school, and being allowed to talk to a professor who specializes in that field is something I know will benefit me in the future. Specifically, I would like to talk about what I should expect going into that major for my freshman year of college, not to mention the various research opportunities that come with studying such a major. Through him and his colleagues, I would learn how to, I would like to learn about how computer engineering could further the security of certain classified data, such as a medical record. Another aspect of this pre-college program is the opportunity to work in the state-of-the-art laboratories. One such laboratory is present in Doherty, I don't know how to say that, Hall. From what I read about the laboratory, having the chance to work in that type of environment as a junior would be an experience that I could not pass up. Though I have no interest in going into anything regarding medicine, I think that working closely with Dr. Kerry Doonan in the lab would teach me things I know that I cannot learn in other summer programs. I would love to learn about working in labs, considering that when I could become a clinician, I might have some lab classes. Working under Dr. Doonan would provide me with the lab and research skills needed in college, considering she's responsible for training junior faculty and teaching assistants. Aside from all the academic factors, I know that spending an entire semester would be a good experience for me. Though I am from New Jersey, I never got the chance to go to Pennsylvania, explore what the state has to offer. I would love the chance to visit the Carnegie Science Center, which is present in Pittsburgh. Aside from the surrounding town, I think that being able to live on campus for the summer gave me a glimpse of what I should expect in college. As odd it may sound, I want to try the restaurant El Gallo de Oro, which is present on campus. I never had Mexican food, and trying it would be one of my dream colleges would be a great way to experience it. I hope that such an experience will make it easier for me to assimilate into college life in the future. If I do end up getting into Carnegie Mellon in the future, I will at least know what to expect and not be intimidated by the new environment. So the first thing I wanted to just notably, so I think this essay is really good. I also think my essay, I mean, it's a good essay. I mean, obviously it's not great. I mean, it's obviously not great. I mean, if it was a great essay, it would get it, right? But I think once I like notice something that's completely just like you can just see it right away. The level of specificity that she has in this essay just completely destroys mine. Um, like my essay, like sure I have this specific moment, but this specific moment is a little nice fluff, right? It's not act like she's actively addressing the prompt in every sentence in this thing literally has a direct purpose towards the prompt. If you look at my essay, right? I spent too much time like developing all this context, which I thought was necessary. I thought was like they need to know who I am, right? But I sort of spent like, dude, there's like genuinely like only this essay really like kind of I limited myself with this essay. This is like hella vague, right? This is a really vague essay, but notice how specific she gets in this essay, right? She gets so specific to the point she talks about a Mexican restaurant at Pittsburgh, like El Gallo de Oro, and I probably don't know how to say that, so I'm sorry if I offended anyone, but the specificity, the level of specificity that she has I think is what made the difference between my essay and her essay. I think the specific moments, the naming the specific professors, the specific laboratories, I mean, the specific field she wants to go into. I mean, that is something that I was like, oh, damn. And you know what's funny is that I actually considered doing something like this, and I was trying to do some background research on the program, but I didn't really kind of get that money. I couldn't really find that many stuff, so I'm not sure actually where she got this information from. But I'm assuming, I mean, she pushed and she got the information, right? So I mean, I just think that like that shows you that like every sentence sort of like okay, if I take away the science Olympiad part, like cool, like I like it doesn't like yes you want to spend time, but like notice how she gets just directly to it. Like wait, what was that? Like she gets just directly to this. Like she just says literally she just goes direct. Like she doesn't waste time on like these this sentence is like this it's paragraph's not needed. Like the prompt is what do you hope to gain for participating? What does this tell me? It's like blah 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 blah. Yeah, cool. Cool. You like math and science because your friends did it and you did it and then it turned into a passion. Like okay, I probably like we can already tell that like she's showing that this is a passion by her talking about the specific professor she wants to talk to by her talking about the specific field she wants to go into, right? She's showing that it's a passion. I'm straight up just saying mine's a passion. She's showing she's not telling, right? Like I think just the level like the more specific you are and the more that like you can think of like you can so basically I want to make this analogy, right? Like what's going on here is that like think about it like this, right? This is like this application is like a circle. Like I keep on like just talking about like the outside stuff, and I'm missing like the core specificity like in here. And she's like getting the area while I'm only getting like the perimeter. I mean that's a bad analogy, but what I'm saying is that like the depth and the specificity she goes to is just unparalleled. So if I had to change this essay, I would talk about specific things that I want to do there. Like I'm not talking about the specific things at the program. Although I will be honest, in their they were kind of really vague on there. I tried to find things. I'll be honest, the thing was very vague. So I know it's an excuse, but still, just in general, you can see the specificity and like sure you can develop context, but you need to make sure that every sentence sort of has some sort of. I mean, I felt that my essay sort of like kind of this was sort of to like set up like a the answer. Like this paragraph means like it will mean more in the context of this. But yeah, I just think that I lack that specificity that I needed. So I think that you can already just tell from yourself that like when you're writing these pre-college programs, just make sure that, I know it sounds obvious, but just make sure you're being specific, because if you like these general things that you're saying, there probably are true, but like get in like don't tell them, like show them, like provide instances, right, experiences that really, I mean, these are experiences, but like just add a level of specificity. I mean, she literally named doctors, like, and like, like, I already said this, but she literally named, bro, this level of specificity is like, damn. I read this, I'm like, wow, she's into, like, you can tell, like, she's already thinking about a Mexican restaurant, bro. Like, damn, she's into our program. So, I just think it's a dope essay. I think she did a great job. I honestly think I'm aware of um of my issue. I'm completely aware of it. I think she did a great job. Um, I can't be mad about myself. I think it is what it is. I'm not gonna be snobby about it. Um, she did a great job, and I know I could have done better. I know that like I would do good at the program, but it is what it is, bro. I mean, I might get in. I'll let y'all know, but I'll be really surprised. All right, man. See you guys later.